Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
Good evening, boys and girls. Thank you once again for joining me with another episode of the Witching Hour podcast. I'm your host, John Royceland, and tonight's show, we are talking about the new movie. Shouldn't say new movie. I should say Haunt Season. The reason it's not new is because it was released October 4th, 2024. It is new to me, new to streaming from what I understand, and I actually just caught it this past weekend. Enjoyed it enough to want to talk to you guys about it. The movie runs just over an hour long at 81 minutes and moves along relatively quickly. It doesn't seem like it's a short hour-long movie, even though, yes, I know it is just over, but 20 minutes can make or break on a lot of films. The movie is written by Jake Jarvie. The synopsis of the movie is about a masked haunt actor who targets other haunt actors in their staged injuries. As you go through a haunt, you see other people that are acting out certain deaths. Okay, and he singles certain ones out and then actually kills them in that manner. So it's kind of interesting. Fun fact about the movie is that it was actually filmed at a real haunt slash mini amusement park. It is called the Realm of Terror, and it is in Round Lake Beach, Illinois. And the funnier fact that is that I'd actually subscribed and followed them on Facebook for, I believe, a year. Last Halloween, I went crazy and just started following all different kind of haunts. So I think it'd be appropriate because I know a lot of haunts are already gearing up for this season coming up. So it's just under a year old. So I'm trying to keep up with the times. So let me see, jumping right into it, it is marked as a horror comedy. No. Couple dick and penis jokes, a comedy it does not make. Somebody actually referred to it as a horror slasher. No. Maybe, but no. It is definitely a horror thriller. Now, it bases around a young girl who auditions for the haunt. She's got a talent for screaming. So they right away they hire her almost on the spot. They put her in replacement of another female actress who has disappeared, gone missing. What could have happened? Don't know. But she is the new kid on the block. She is in place of the said missing girl. All along, you're, how can I put it? You're getting a lot of behind the scenes of an actual haunt, which I like. You're getting to see the camaraderie of the actors, whether it be good, bad, or ugly. A lot of people it just makes it feel real, like you're actually there. It shows you behind the scenes physically, the structure of the buildings, as well as makeup and dressing and the hustle. I mean, it is like watching a backstage of a Broadway play. It's boom, 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 and they take it very, very seriously. Now, I will say this one thing about the killer in the movie. No spoilers. I'm not trying to. I never try to give anything away, but this one's going to be kind of hard. Reason being, throughout the movie, everyone's like, we got to kind of take it serious, but aren't we here to have fun? Isn't it about having fun, scaring people? Our killer takes this job very, very seriously. And you start to see a little bit of a pattern to those who don't take it so seriously, who want to have fun, are usually targeted. Um, there was a couple problems that I had with the movie. It just seemed kind of flat. No real big excitements, no real downers. But if you were to hit mute for a long time and just watch the movie and then unmute it, it's still kind of the same tone. I don't know. The other thing I didn't like, obviously, I've already discussed how it was labeled, which, as far as I know, that has nothing to do with the film and the filmmakers itself. That's Google or social media or whatever. I have no idea, honestly, who creates a title or a subgenre title for the film. Um, I didn't like so while I was talking about she's the new girl on the block, okay, and of course, a lot of new people get kind of hazed. And there wasn't really a hazing part, but it was we don't know you, so we don't like you. And then all of a sudden they become besties and we're out at the park and we're having fun. We're taking selfies and it's like watching a makeup commercial. And it had no bearing on anything other than to show that they had become friends. Okay, they could have shown me a lot more work oriented haunt things like they're getting along better or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it was like watching a Maybelline commercial, in my opinion, because they're all kind of dolled up and they're literally all posing and doing selfies and this and that. And I really could have given a shit less about any of it. The acting in the film overall, it stars nobody. And that's what I loved about it. It's a great production valued film. Uh, Film quality, lighting, the sound were all good, um, which are all obviously very important, especially if you're making an indie film. I've always been told make sure that sound is good because if you can't hear what they're saying, it don't mean shit because someone has just lost possibly a very important part of the film. The acting, surprisingly, with I'm just going to say no named actors. Okay. I'm not saying they didn't all have some kind of something to do, but even though our lead character in the film, the new girl that was just hired, this was her very first acting role, and she did a great job in it. Um, so putting all that together, I was really kind of hoping, and I'm not saying it wasn't, but I was kind of hoping that there would have been actual real employees of the haunt that worked there. Like I said, there very well might have been as extras, or maybe they actually were in the film. When I'm doing my research, it didn't specify that they also work at Realm of Terror. So they might not. If you ever go, and you can look them up at realmofterror.com. Um, Hell, you might bump into a couple of the faces from the film and not even know it. Um, I also love that there was no cops in the movie. And no, this isn't a damn the man film. It just I I hate the films when cops get involved in something, they're at the haunt and somebody calls 911. Okay, well, now you know deputy dipshit's going to be on the case, and it doesn't need to happen. It's an extra body. It's just something more to build on, which is fine, but focus on what you got and make it great. And they did. They really did. They utilized the employees to fend off and to act through. and there was no big shootout and stuff like that. And I really, really appreciated that. Um, so this is where I said it was going to be hard not to give a spoiler. So how can I put it without giving anything away? So they all work in a haunt. Told you that. Um, our murderer. Okay. It is now Halloween night. Crowds are long. People are anxious to get inside. Um, God, this is a lot harder than I thought. Let's just say people are trapped inside, and our murderer just goes ape shit inside. Maybe not locked in, but they are led far enough in that escaping is kind of hard unless you really know where you're going to, because you got to remember it's a giant maze the way that those places are built. So I really, really liked the climatic end to the film. Now, if you're a fan of Haunt, you will definitely like Haunt Season. Um, One of my favorite films, The House is October Built. Um, there's just something about haunt movies, and I don't mean ghosts and goblins. I mean a haunt, man-made, people acting to scare you. Something about the reality of it. Okay, there's always been stories, real or not, and of course, The House is October Built touched on that subject, and then the film Haunt actually gave you the controversy of no background checks and psychos and deviants and predators working in a haunt. Okay. And I think that's a genius, genius idea because the cover up is so easy. And you will find that out when you watch Haunt Season. And I do hope you watch it. I'm not saying that the movie was boring when I say it was flat. Um, it actually had some decent dialogue. Some of it could have just been bing, but it was already, like I said, 81 minutes. You start nitpicking, you're going to be down to an hour. Anything under that, you're basically having a long short. Yeah, it makes sense in my head. You figure it out. Um, it's a good movie, and the haunt itself, like I said, it's a part of an arcade and an amusement park, a full-on arcade, because you see the parking lot is huge. At first, I thought it was actually butting up to Six Flags because I had been there when I was younger out in Illinois and found out I was incorrect. And it really makes me want to go here now because there's roller coasters and all kinds of shit. So, um, but I did do a little bit of research on the haunt itself, and it does say, they got free parking. Tickets, I think, were $19, which is dirt fucking cheap compared to what I'm at out on the East Coast when it's 30, 40 and up. Fuck you. I understand the production, the money that you put into it. I also know people that own haunts, and you guys are definitely making a good profit off of it too, if you do it right. I get that. I do. Um, but it is for a good time. I hope I don't get killed for saying that, like they did in the movie. If haunts are done right, they are a great, great time. I still know people that absolutely refuse to go through them. They just don't like being scared, and that's fine. I'm not saying I'm going to run through them because there are some that I've seen that I'm like, I don't know, but Jake Jarvie, writer, producer, editor, he kind of jack of all trades on this film. He did a great job, and I hope you guys definitely sit down and give up a whole 81 minutes of your film. If you're from the Midwest, get out there. If you've been there, if you work there, leave me a comment below because I would love, love, love to talk to you. I truly would. And if there are any other people that are big haunt fans or haunt actors, bring that shit in because I know you guys are going to be knee deep on building and acting and prepping for the next September. Wow. Yeah. You don't have much time. Any haunt owners that are out there that want to talk about their haunt, promote their haunt, drop me a line. I would absolutely love to be able to have you on the show, help support your location, and get you some free publicity. I did say free. Okay. Too many people are thinking, oh, I got to pay to advertise my shit. Not with me. Gandalf here. I'll take care of your ass. Yeah, Gandalf walked a lot more than I do. Good blood, gore to a point. It is August, but it's not like August Underground. There's no brutality, no rapes. I don't even think you see any boobs. I think you see one guy's butt. That's the naked man in the movie. You'll see the naked man. Well, you'll meet the naked man. You'll understand why. It's a fun film. It is. Haunt, the movie, in comparison, was a little bit darker. This is a fun, but not Disney fun. There's my Disney for you. It's a good watch. It really is. Would I watch it again? Yeah, I definitely would. Reach out to me. Anything you want to talk about, haunts, movies coming up, you got something that you want off your chest as far as in the entertainment and the horror industry, you got something that you were looking to promote and talk about, drop me a line. The Witching Hour podcast at yahoo.com. You can find me here, of course, on the comments below. I will definitely get back to you. You can find the Witching Hour podcast on Facebook as well as Instagram. And that also bleeds over into threads, which I never even check. Please do me a favor, hit the little subscribe button down below. I would like to thank my sponsors, Freak Show Unlimited, the absolute best and most beautiful handcrafted horror artifacts, ornaments, and hot sauces. Husband and wife team, Matt and Angie, the absolute best people in the world. I also want to thank Hack of Hack's Horror Show, one of my proudest sponsors, my little brother and producer of the show. I'd also like to thank and welcome one of my newest sponsors, AMS Overton of Mega City Media, proud owner and creator of Space Goblins. Fuck yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around. I'm sorry I'm kind of fumbling on words here. Go check out Haunt Season. Let me know what you think. If you've got any other great haunt movies, throw them my way. I don't care how good, bad, or otherwise. If you think I should watch it, let me know. I'll check it out and I'll let you know. I'm John with the Witching Hour. Thank you so much for sticking around and suffering through another episode. Please hit subscribe, please. See you guys soon. Keep it evil.